Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Upper St. Clair High School Stadium for tonight's Whippeal Quad A Section 2 soccer match between the Panthers of Upper St. Clair and the Blackhawks from Bethel Park High School. I am Rob Mertz. I'm here with Gavin Williams. How are you this evening, Gavin?
Doing great, Rob. A lot better than Saturday. It's a beautiful night, although a little damp from the accumulation of rain the last 2 days. But barring any weather, which I got to admit it doesn't look great, but the forecast suggests we're going to have a dry night. Assuming that's the case, should be a good night for soccer.
The radar shows nothing, yet there are some very ominous-looking clouds directly behind us. So we'll see. So this is a get back on your horse game for the Panthers, coming off really what was a pretty stinging defeat to Peters Township on Saturday. Pretty resounding defeat. And, they need to find a way to get back at it here and try to get a positive result against what will be a very game Bethel Park team. I think, Bethel Park gave Peters a real good run for their money, a 2-1 loss to Peters last week. And I think you'll actually see Bethel Park try to put the ball down and play a little bit. So we'll see what the Panthers can do as we go forward into this game.
Yeah, and you can't have what they like to call a hangover effect. You got to have a short memory in sports and, not dwell on it. Every day is a chance to get better and to put a performance out there. And what happened Saturday has nothing to do with what is happening tonight.
So we'll set the starting lineup real quick. In the back, we have Snyder. That's L. Snyder. Ball's crossed very dangerously there for Bethel Park. That's L. Snyder at left back, Mercer Kren at right back, Bekeza and Rankin in the middle. In the midfield, you have Mertz, Snyder, and Gibbons playing at the 10. Across the top, you've got Emily Rocco, Jane Madsen, and out wide, Haley Perry. So we'll get to the action as St. Clair gives the ball up. Here's Mertz at midfield with a good challenge there to get the ball, but eventually cleared away by the Hawks, out for a Panther throw on the far side.
Well, Rob, the good news is we're already seeing more connection and continuity in the midfield than probably we saw all game on Saturday, and so that's a good sign because that's what the Panthers really need to generate any attack, because they just really struggled to generate attack on Saturday.
I think you'll see a lot of the play from Bethel Park go through number 23, Mascaro, in the middle, and also number 20, junior captain, Sophia Gallietta.
Another Mascaro, huh?
Here comes Mertz on that far side, trying to keep the ball in. She goes over the end line, though, going to be a goal kick for the Hawks.
Well, we have a break. Some exciting news tonight. Robbie Mertz scores again, the captain of the Michigan Wolverines. Already having a fantastic senior season, and I believe the Wolverines were up 2-0 at last check.
They're up 2-0, yes. I was just saying down in the press box to Mr. C, make that 3-0.
Ooh!
Jack Hallahan connects.
Oh, he's
fine
good. Player
from Redditch, England. So 3-0 for, man, that's a fantastic lead against a good, very game Marquette team this year. They've had some negative results, but they've got some real good players on that team. So anyway, back to Upper St. Clair soccer.
That's exciting.
And here's the ball header flicked over by Gibbons. Looking for Madsen. Could she keep it in? She doesn't on the near side, so it'll be a throw for the Hawks in front of their own bench.
It was very close, and honestly, it's tough when the ball's in the air, obviously, but boy, if that wasn't all the way out, that Jane was off to the races.
There's Rankin. Heads the ball down. Mascaro plays it off of her foot, though, and it'll be a free kick as Rankin's called for the foul as she ran into Mascaro after the ball. Looks like Gallietta playing in the back for the Hawks, one of the center backs. And, I think, Gavin, the lesson learned from the other day against Peters is our work rate was not near good enough in that game. And the Panthers have to learn. There's a nice header out on that free kick by Gibbons. Madsen one-on-one with someone here. If she can get the ball behind, she's got the speed to run right past this girl. Mertz running up the middle. Rocco on the left. Can Madsen cross it in? She goes for goal, and it's wide of that near post. I like, though, the attitude from Mertz and Rocco there. They were on their horses, getting in the box, trying to create something. And Madsen did really well there, except for the last touch. She did well to get past that defender and use her speed.
Well, Rob, two elements to discuss there. You talked about work rate. Work rate, it manifests itself in two ways. First of all, winning 50-50 balls, and they were not good enough on Saturday. Secondly is making the runs like you saw. And you saw it there from Emily and Landy. You needed to give Jill an outlet there, and she certainly had one. That's what we need to see more of.
Yeah, frankly, if you don't do that, you're never going to create anything. And we both know 9 times out of 10, nothing's going to happen. You're not going to get the ball. But you got to be there for that 1 time out of 10 or else it'll never happen. So.
Yeah, I thought we gave up on plays a little quickly on Saturday and didn't really get forward with the numbers we were capable of. And I think I already see a lot of better things tonight.
It's a ball 1 from Mertz in the middle. Kren finds Mertz again, coming through the middle, 30 yards out, shoots from distance, going to skip, and it does wide of that back post. So, yeah, I like sort of the general attitude here already. Seems like the Panthers are a little more hyped up, a little more ready for this game.
Well, one good thing there, actually two good things there. One, the square ball out to Marissa was a really good, solid ball. But Marissa Kren getting forward into the attack is absolutely vital. It was one of their best offensive weapons last year. And I thought, Marissa did not get forward into the attack nearly as much against Peters. And I look for her to be a big factor tonight up the right flank.
Ball thrown by Bethel down the line past Rankin. Bekeza will come out to handle it. Plays a ball for Kren, who's under pressure. I think it'd been better served to go to Gianni on that first pass. Headed out towards Madsen at midfield. Here's Mascaro with it. Lays it back into that back line as the fog rolls in. This is sort of an interesting weather pattern we have coming here.
Seems like the Panthers are showing a little more high pressure, too, on the Bethel Park backs, which is something I like a great deal.
Kevin, what's going on up here, man?
It does look a bit like a Hitchcock film, but
this is getting sort of weird up here. Anyway, as we
as long as it doesn't hurt my visibility, I'm not real concerned.
Shot of the fog there, camera lady. Camera lady getting the fog as it rolls into the stadium. Ball cleared by Snyder up to midfield. Gallietta there, Madsen for the Panthers.
Good
Lays
job.
it back, and a one-time ball over top. Jane again. Going to get after that, but it's going to roll out for a Blackhawk throw.
Yeah, I like what we're seeing from Jane Madsen so far. Her work rate is excellent, and she's using her pace. Bethel is not hesitating to put numbers forward, and when you do that, Jane's going to be isolated on backs, and I don't think there's any backs around that are going to be able to run with her.
Mertz collects the throw. Plays short, looking for, can't see Perry over there. She just couldn't get a hold of that one. And the ball comes back to Kren on the far side as she's facing her own end line. Turns, carries to the touch, passes up the line, but it's out of bounds for a Blackhawk throw.
It appears that somebody has a vuvuzela over there and is not doing a great job with it right now.
I was going to say they're having some air pressure issues over there. There's Rocco near side. Will let that ball run out. Be a Panther throw. With 32-40 remaining first half. No score. Throw taken by Snyder to Rocco. She turns. She's fouled. Free kick coming for the Panthers.
Nice poise from Emily there. A nice little tight turn using the tight space along the sideline. I like that a lot. Instead of just giving up the ball, she made a nice aggressive move.
Gavin, perhaps we haven't seen enough of anything here yet tonight, but my general sense of it is the Panthers have an advantage in team speed against this Hawks team. So we'll see if that can be exploited really through the midfield and up into the top three.
There does seem to be a little more space out there.
Snyder now pokes it back to Rankin. Eva will come near side to El Schneider. She tries to go up and find Gibbons, but the pass off the mark. Here comes Mascaro. Mascaro wide on the flank, trying to get to the end line. Gets past Rankin, and they're going to call a foul on Mascaro. I don't think that was the right call, to be honest with you. She really didn't do anything.
I can pretty much assure you that's not the right call, but you'll take a bad call every once in a while. That actually made no sense whatsoever. But
yeah, I mean, Eva came out and just sort of feet got cut up, and she. Okay, we got a card coming for the Bethel Park coach who is arguing that call. He's got a yellow. Does that mean he has to go sit in the stands for 5 minutes? Okay.
So we got a yellow.
Made his
although,
point known there.
I mean, honestly, he's not wrong. I mean, it's a miss. It's a missed call. So we move on.
I believe the fog has blown out of here. It was very interesting there for a couple minutes. Mia Snyder with a header, but it goes out of bounds. So throw coming up for the Hawks right at midfield. Down the line. Snyder again gets past her. Hawks with it on the right flank. Cuts inside. Corner of the area now. Lays it out top. Mertz is there to win a ball and come forward off the dribble. Cuts past one. Has Perry on that far side. Tries to find Gibbons, but the pass off the mark. Here's Madsen now. And that ball's cleared up all the way back to Bekeza. I think one thing, too, Gavin, that was plaguing us on Saturday, there was just too much room in the midfield. From our back line to our front line, it was 40 yards, and that's too much space. We need to make things a little more compact, whether that's playing a little higher line in the back or the forwards coming back a little bit more. We were not compact enough. We were too open, and they were able to really run through us in the midfield.
I think that's right. I mean, connectedness is very important, and some of that comes to work rate. You've got to check back. You've got to give options when your defenders have the ball, realistic passing options, so you're not just kicking it forward. And I didn't think they did a good job of it. When you have such dynamic midfielders as the Panthers do have, you got to be able to play through them.
Mascaro wins a header far side. Comes to Kren, though. She will go all the way back to Gianni, who just plays a short pass to Rankin at the top of the penalty area. Ooh, dangerous pass, but it finds Snyder. She plays long down into that channel. Perry out there, but not applying much pressure right now. Ball up the line, hits off of Perry. Mertz out there trying to win it. Gets past her as her momentum carried her wide, and the ball's played way down the line to be a Panther throw.
I don't mind the ball at all from Mia. Nobody really ran onto it. I think ideally you'd like to get that in Jane's path if you can, but I do think that's because Bethel is not hesitating to put numbers forward. That's going to be an option tonight.
Mascaro wins a ball, gets past Gibbons. Nikki working hard to get back and slow her down, delay the attack. Give and go. Mascaro into the area now. Bekeza's there, though, to clear out over the near touchline for a Blackhawk throw and first substitution of the game for the Hawks.
Good read by Casey Bekeza there. That was a little bit of an interesting touch. I don't think it was necessarily on purpose, but it scooted by the Panthers. And, it could have been a dangerous situation. Casey read it well.
Maggie Toomey in for the Hawks. Throw taken short and ball played into the area. It bounces in towards Bekeza. She gets it to Snyder, and El Snyder clears it up to Gibbons. Facing her own goal. Back to El Snyder wide. Here's Rocco with it. Tries to dribble through two. Is able to get the ball through, but a third Bethel Park player wins it. Here's Gibbons now with a tackle. Tried to play on the far side to Perry, but the ball comes back near side, and the Hawks gain control. Play through Gallietta in the back. Madsen applies pressure, forces a pass that is turned and gets past Rankin. Good recovery from Eva there, but still on the dribble, and a foul's going to be called against Bethel Park. So fortunate for the Panthers.
Although that was
a free kick.
That one was correct. So.
Eva Rankin going to take this free kick. Rocco near midfield. Can't win that one. It goes back to Gallietta. Heavy touch, though. There's Mertz. Oh, she just can't get a foot on it. Good job, though, there by Landy. She's going to get called for foul, but it's a good job to try to disrupt and not let Gallietta make that easy pass forward.
Yeah, she almost toe-poked that to the corner pass. She couldn't quite get it, but that's the right idea. I think, although right now the thing they're going to have to adjust is Bethel's D is playing a very high line, higher than we saw on Saturday. And, I think we're going to have to play a step back and then probably play behind them.
Yeah, I honestly, if they want to play high, I'm okay with that because should give us some space in behind and opportunity to run on. Here comes Madsen. Wheels it up to no one. Jane maybe needs to be aware there that there's no one higher than she is. Jane hunting the ball near midfield. Gets a tackle in, forces a bad pass that the Panthers come up with. Here's Gibbons. Touches it back to Snyder. Has a little bit of time here. Picks her head up. Carries towards midfield.
Nice
Dribbles
move.
through one. Has Landy central, but she's dispossessed in the dribble. And it comes to Mascaro, who can't keep it in. So a Panther throw right in front of the Hawks bench. And a sub coming in, Maddie Hujak in. And Nikki Gibbons coming off.
Yeah, she got clipped in the foot on one of the challenges and appears to be limping a little bit.
Might be that same ankle she tweaked the other day. We'll see. Here's Emily Rocco on the dribble. Comes to Elle Snyder. Tries to go far side, but that pass intercepted as it went through the middle. Perry out there. Hawks get it. Perry with a tackle, comes back to Bethel Park, and they'll just volley it high over midfield. Off of Rankin, and Bekeza there to really put a timely tackle on before that ball was able to be played through. Here's Mia Snyder. Shielding, trying to turn, looking for her sister. It's a little sisterly love there, sisterly admonition.
That's fantastic. I love that.
And Elle Snyder with a free kick. Takes it long up towards midfield. Mascaro volleys. Comes right to Mia Snyder. Settles it down. Plays wide to Kren all the way on the far side. Ball's going to be kept in nicely. And a collision at midfield rolls out off of a Bethel or a St. Clair player. So Landy wins a head ball right to Perry. She tries to turn, falls down. And Hawks will play it all the way back to their keeper. Hasn't been troubled with much yet in this game.
No, there hasn't been anything on either side, to be perfectly honest. Not a corner, not anything.
Here's Mertz, pressured heavily, receives that throw, knocks it back to Kren. And goes off of Marissa, so a throw coming. They take it quickly. Play down the line, Bekeza there. Here's Bekeza again. Ball put through to the corner of the area on the far side. Eva Rankin out defending, and the ball dribbled out of bounds, so it'll be a goal kick coming up for the Panthers. 24 minutes left, 0-0 the score here.
Yeah, it's kind of the epitome of a stalemate right now, Rob. The vast majority of the play in the midfield, basically almost no shots on goal, nothing dangerous, no corners, no deep set pieces, just feeling each other out, I guess.
Goal kick from Rankin up towards Mertz, does a good job to pull it down and earns a throw in for the Panthers on the far side. Here's Hujak with her first touch possibly of the game. Goes long down that line. A ball will stay in as Madsen pressures. Ball's turned out, though, and played up the line. Now over midfield to Rankin. She'll just lay it all the way back to Gianni at the top of her area. Wide near side for Elle Snyder. Back to Rankin. Here's Bekeza now with a little bit of room to come forward off the dribble. Finds Mertz. She turns, faces up. Has a chance to dribble towards the middle. Finds Hujak and continues her run. Goes wide to Kren. This is good from the Panthers. Nice one-time ball to find Landy in space. Has Perry in front of her. Goes into the corner of the area. Gets past one. Looking to cross. She does. There's Madsen. Oh, and the goalie did a good job to cover that near post. Really nice build up there from the Panthers, though.
Yeah, well, it all started with being poised along the back line to just not to boot it, to reverse the ball, change fields. And then the other thing was, Rob, you talked about the space between the defenders in the mid. Did you see Landy check back there? And just a simple check back and the ball outside to Marissa, a little give and go, and they were off. Really good stuff from the Panthers. Great build up.
Yeah, I'd like to see a lot more of that.
Yeah, please.
No need to foul here, and it's off of Bethel Park. Be a Panther throw. Hujak dispossessed by Mascaro, but it comes right to Rankin. There's Bekeza shaping up nicely, receives the pass, and looks down at the far sideline looking for Madsen's run, and it's not going to stay in. So directionally, that pass just needs to be a little bit more towards the corner of the area, down in that channel. Give Jane a chance to get there.
Yeah, because worst case, even if she doesn't get there, she's going to put an awful lot of pressure on the defender. They're probably going to have to play it out of bounds. So you just got to make sure you keep that ball in play and let Jane run it down.
Here's Mertz, turns. Pass finds Madsen. Heavy touch, though, and will go out off of Jane for a throw-in.
She did the first part right. She checked back to the ball nicely and gave Landy a target, just couldn't keep it possession.
Here's Mia Snyder near midfield. Can she get there? Does. Nice to poke it back to Rankin. First time pass out to Elle Snyder at midfield. She comes forward off the dribble. Is challenged, though. Turns back, tries to play a Cruyff behind her back, and
very nice.
Knocks off. So it'll be a throw for Elle Snyder as Lexi Worley checks into the game. Jane Madsen off, so Lexi will come on the left side. Here comes Maddie Hujak. Ball got past her, though. Played up by Bethel Park over midfield to Bekeza. Here's Kren. She dribbles down that far line. Finds Rocco. She turns. Wide for Perry. Crosses in the back post. Ooh, that had a chance as it sort of floated in. Wasn't intended to be a shot, but it did have a chance.
Nice build-up. And again, I mentioned this earlier. When Marissa Kren gets into the attack, it just creates a lot of danger because that's another number forward coming out of the back. And I believe that's one of the things that really creates significant opportunity for the Panthers to score. And that was a really nice cross, actually. A lot more dangerous than I would have thought.
Well, they have been getting some opportunities to get in the final third. Haven't had a ton of good looks inside the area yet. But I think if they can keep moving off of the ball, they're going to get some chance. That movement in the final third is really important. Here's Bekeza playing all the way back to Gianni as we just get under 20 minutes remaining first half. No score. Gianni again. Elle Snyder on this side. Hawks working hard, pressing high. Panthers should be able to find some room in the midfield. There's a win, but Hujak comes up with a heavy touch from the Hawks. Maddie dribbles over midfield, needs to find a pass a little bit quicker as she's dispossessed. And here come the Hawks forward. They play a ball out of bounds, though, and it'll be a Panther throw.
Yeah, I like Maddie's aggression going forward, but you had numbers there on a bit of a counterattack. You got to get that ball played forward.
Here's Mia. Plays square far side looking for Kren. And again, the Panthers just need to be simple. There's another midfielder, I think it was Landy there, just looking right at her. Just got to play the short pass and move, and build forward from there. Here comes a throw. It's touchdown. A ball played into the area. Elle Snyder volleys it out, though, right back in by Mascaro.
Good job from Elle Snyder. Good stuff.
Can Worley keep it in on the near side? She will not as the ball skipped past her. Sub coming for the Hawks. Looks like Gibbons ready to come back in the game on the next sub. Rankin. Ball stays in. Now it's out. Be a Panther throw. Sub coming. Gibbons on. Perry off. Looks like possibly they might move Landy out wide. We'll see.
I think that makes the most sense. I thought that worked in the second half some against Peters. Not only Landy down the flank, but how dominant Nikki is in the center of the field, winning the ball kind of in the holding spot.
They have her playing sort of the 10 right now with Mia in the holding spot, but we'll see how things develop here. Rankin to Bekeza. She's pressured immediately. And back to Rankin. Her pass for Snyder too far, though, and here come the Hawks. It's good transition there from Gibbons as she goes wide now to Mertz, and just way too hard of a pass behind Landy, so it'll be a throw for the Hawks. Gibbons comes through the ball, and Mascaro with it. Looks to the near corner, and Gibbons will come up with it again. Cleared out by Bekeza as the Panthers step forward. Over Hujak's head and into Snyder. Mia cuts past one on the dribble, immediately challenged, and comes to Sister L on the near flank.
Man, Ella's playing really aggressive right now, and tackle's doing a really nice job.
Emily Rocco up top, ball played long. Gianni should be able to get to this at the top of her area, and does. El Snyder. Hujak with it. Passes it out of bounds, so a Hawk throw coming up. Ball clear, or cross to the middle, cleared by Bekeza. And Hujak wins a tackle, goes off of her though, be a Hawk throw at midfield. Yeah, one thing I'm noticing, Gavin, I think one thing could really help our midfielders as they come back to that ball is to open their hips up. They oftentimes receive the ball facing their own goal. If they could open their hips, be sideways onto the ball, really makes the game a lot easier. Here comes Worley. Can she keep it in on the near side? She cannot.
But that was good from Emily Rocco. She won it. She turned it. And that's really a nice ball. Alexi didn't get there, but that's, sort of turning your hips and seeing. And that's what we saw there from Emily. She got around and, saw what there was and delivered a pretty nice ball.
Hawks with some room in midfield and some speed on the dribble. Ball played near side. No one home, though, and El Snyder will pick up the mail. Lays it back to Rankin. And out on the near side. Hawk throw coming with 15 minutes remaining in this first half. No score. Pretty even game. Very much been played between the 18s. Neither team with a real good opportunity at goal. I feel though, Gavin, the Panthers are much more in this game than they were on Saturday, though.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen enough good things to believe, from what I can tell, that the Panthers are the more dangerous side with more quality.
Need some patience in the midfield. Ball played by Hujak, looking wide for Mertz. She'll be able to keep it in, but it's knocked out by Bethel Park.
Ended up being a pretty good ball, actually.
Yeah, it checked up nicely, and just the defender beat Landy there. Bekeza down the line, knocked out. Another throw coming for Kren. She takes it short to Gibbons, lays it first time back to Kren.
Good
Here's
ball.
Gibbons again, turns. Has Landy wide, shoots from distance, and that's over everything. So,
but that was good stuff from Nikki and Marissa. Some of the shots are a little far out and a little hopeful right now, and sometimes that happens when you're not getting consistent opportunities, but the stuff that's leading up to it is just a lot better than what we've seen, so I'm very pleased.
Goal kick for the Hawks.
She's struggling a bit on those goal kicks,
First
Rob.
ball won by Bethel, seconds two, volleyed up over midfield to Rankin. Ball played off of her. Bethel keeps it in on the near side, though. Here's Bekeza now. She's able to get there first and knock it back to Gianni, who just plays it out of bounds on this near side. A lot of pressure there from the Hawks. As, like I said, they're pressing high and coming forward. Panthers really need to exploit it in the midfield. Ball cross, dangerous one off of the Bethel Park attackers. They ran to the near post, but it went wide of that back post and over the end line for a goal kick.
Far and away the best opportunity for Bethel tonight. They actually had a runner that had a really good chance. She had, body position in there, and that actually
really probably should have done better.
Yeah, absolutely.
If she hits that ball with her right foot, it's probably a goal, but she let it come across her body. And here's a goal kick from Bekeza. Gibbons flicks a header. Looks like maybe Mertz has moved up to that number 9. Here's Hujak getting to it. Plays it wide and out of bounds. Behind Rocco was the pass. Here's Mascaro, flicks a header down the line. Rankin defending. Ball played down in the area. Bekeza out. Is able to separate player from ball. And here's El Snyder now. Bekeza at the corner of the area. Clears up towards midfield. Bethel gets a hold of it, though, and just lofts it right back into the Panther end. This is off of a Hawks player, but it's going to stay in on that far side. No, shielded nicely by Kren. And a throw taken quickly to Bekeza inside her own penalty area. She clears it long up the line. First ball in seconds won by Bethel Park, but here comes an on-rushing Gibbons. Tries to play long, can't do it. Good pressure from White in the midfield right now.
Yeah, that's where I'd like to see Nikki just lay it back to Marissa right there and keep possession. That's
Here's Kren on the far side. Bethel comes up with it. Plays a lofting ball in towards Rankin, who hits it. I believe that was off of her shoulder. And she's going to get called for pushing, so a free kick coming for the Hawks. 11:15 remaining. Dangerous free kick here. This is similar range to what Peters scored on their first goal on Saturday. Ball taken long. There's Gianni. Those are dangerous. Coach Gray's getting close to getting carded himself, I think. He didn't like that foul. Gianni with a high short punt over Gibbons' head. Here's Hujak. Heads it over midfield, wide on the far side.
good ball.
Back to Hujak. Has Mertz wide. Plays it just too hard and beyond her. Throw in coming for the Hawks. He just got a yellow card. Coach Gray just got the yellow card. Well, it's fair as square, right? Because they gave the Bethel Park coach one. So
Yeah, and both were deserved. Yeah, persistent and loud protests is going to get you dissent.
Bekeza. Snyder now. That's Mia. Midfield does a nice job to turn. Tries to play through. And Mertz comes over to win a ball. Has Rocco wide. Comes inside on her right foot, does Mertz. Lays it back to Krenna's. Good patience there. First time ball. Looking, I think, for Landy again. And a ball played up the line. It's going to stay in as it rolls over midfield. It goes out of bounds. So.
Yeah, see, Landy did such a good job there maintaining possession, playing back, and then Marissa hit it first time hard. I would have liked to see she had all kinds of space there. I would have liked to see her get into the attack.
There's Worley far side for Kren down the line. Mertz applying pressure. Here comes the goalie, and she'll clear it out over the far touchline for a Panther throw.
Yeah, good pressure from Nikki there. That's exactly what we want to see.
Kren on the throw. Down the line for Worley. Out off of a Bethel player. Another throw coming for Marissa. Has Hujak in the middle. Maddie checks out to her. She throws it beyond her. She can turn and run. Mascaro giving chase. Plays into the D. Here's Gibbons. Back to goal. Trying to turn. She does turn past Mascaro. Mascaro's still there, though. Giving chase. Forces the ball wide. There's Rocco. Crosses. But that's behind everyone as the cross that needs to be put in behind the defense. Let us run onto it. And Bekeza now on her own end, being pressured heavily. Forces out of bounds, does Bethel Park, and it'll be a throw in. I think that's for the Hawks, but no, maybe they said it deflected off.
It sounded like a deflection. I can't obviously tell from that far, but.
So Hujak coming off right now. Coming into the game, Haley Perry in the midfield. I don't know, Gavin. I sort of feel like something's coming here for the Panthers.
I hope you're right. I think there's much better stuff to talk about tonight, in terms of build-up, ball winning, everything. But, you got to break through at some point. I feel like once they get one, they'll get a couple. But, that first one is difficult.
There's Haley Perry trying to find Landy just beyond her as it deflected off of Haley's shins and rolled out to midfield. Here's Mia Snyder. Ball back to Gianni. She's directing everyone up and in. She's going to go ahead and punt this ball. Ball punted long. Up to midfield. There's Gibbons. Tries to flick a header, but the ball goes over her. Mertz is there. Good job to pressure, and now comes to Snyder, but her pass is off the mark. Finds Mascaro. Mascaro continues to run forward. Ball played down to the channel for her, but probably going to be a little too hard as Rankin can see this one out. 7 minutes left now. 0-0 this game as we head towards halftime. An even game. so far. Possibly a little in the Panthers' favor, but maybe we're biased in that regard, Gavin.
Well, for sure. Yeah, we're watching more for one side than another. No question about that. I do think the aggregate of opportunities have been better for the Black.
Mertz brings it down at midfield. Has Rocco making a run. Cuts inside. Just too many white shirts there for Landy, though. And here comes L. Snyder. Back to Rankin. Bekeza now. She'll play forward, and Gibbons tries to flick a header. A little too far to flick that one out wide.
Well, there's nobody making any runs, though. People need to anticipate where Nikki's going to be and make runs off her.
Yeah, just get in right behind her.
Correct.
Right? I mean, you know that she gets her head on the ball 90% of the time. Ball put into the area. Rocco had tracked back. Her clearance, though, comes right past a Bethel Park player. They're going to get another look at it here. Into the area now. Kren there, though. Tries to turn and clear it off of a player. It does. It goes out over the end line. No, they'll say it's still in. Cross now to the near post. It's going in.
I thought it was out, but
it seemed to be clearly out from where I could see. I could see the white line clearly, but the ball got turned in the corner, crossed to the near post, and then the header just got blooped into the back post. Really not much Gianni could do on that one.
No, but again, the Panthers' back line, especially the center backs, are not doing a good enough job trying to win balls with their head. And against the run of play, probably, but the Panthers have just really not done a very good job in terms of whenever there's an opportunity on something like that of clearing the zone. They had a lot of chances to clear and didn't do it.
Blackhawk goal was scored by Aaron Thompson.
Oh, great ball from Perry. She's onside. No, she's off, they say. Boy, Lexi was really close there. It was good stuff from Haley Perry, but once again, the Panthers finding themselves in a very, very bad position, and that's the first scoring chance really all game, and you got to get the ball out when you have a chance.
So they've trailed in all their games. They trailed at Canamac. They've trailed at Peters, obviously, at home, and they trail here tonight. So let's see if the Panthers can. This has a different feel than the Peters game, though. You feel like they can get back into this one. However, they have given the Hawks some real reason to believe, and it's going to be tough as they play with the lead. I'll tell you one thing I'd be anticipating is a potential missed hit by that goalie.
Yeah,
I think at some point, ball played back, she could really make a mess of it at some point.
She's struggling on her goal kicks mightily. We haven't taken advantage by pinning them deep.
Gibbons to L. Snyder. Looks forward. Here's Landy. Battling nicely for the ball. Here comes Gibbons. Sort of ball gets cleared out. L. Snyder goes wide far side. There's Worley over there and tries to play an on-rushing Marissa Kren, but the ball goes out. Throw coming for the Hawks up to midfield. Bekeza lays a header down, and Mascaro just play it long over that far touchline. 4 minutes remaining, first half. 1-0, Blackhawks lead. So the Panthers still looking for their first clean sheet of the season, Gavin.
Yeah, I mean, there's really the lapses in the back. That one in particular is just really no excuse. You had two really good chances to clear it, and then the center backs right now are not aggressive enough trying to win balls with their head right away. That's what you have to do. Anytime the ball bounces or you let somebody face cut you, you run the risk of having a fluke like that, and that was kind of a fluke header.
Kick from Gianni. It did not get out of the Panthers' danger zone, and a shot from distance, a blooper that really was dangerous, went wide of the goal.
That's another good example of a shank clearance, and you gotta be, if you're gonna try to clear the ball with a boot, you gotta clear it. You can't, that's some of the most dangerous scoring opportunities when you pop it right back out for on-rushing forwards.
So Bekeza with a goal kick, up to midfield. Perry's there. Seconds won by Bethel. They pass central very quickly. Here comes their outside back forward. They play the ball down towards the end line. It's going to check up with some backspin. She might have a chance to serve. Does into that near post again. And from the top of the area, shots taken. Here's Rocco now. And a ball played all the way back into Gallietta. And she'll lay it all the way down over the Panthers' goal line, but actually Gianni out.
It was flicked off ahead. What?
The ref's calling it out, and I believe Gianni. She's going nuts right now saying it never went out.
That actually wasn't close.
I don't wonder what line he's looking at. Is he looking at the wrong line? Coach Gray needs to be careful here as he's already on a caution. Gallietta up to take this corner kick.
Everybody's got to keep their poise a little bit. I mean, unfortunately, in our experience, most of these guys aren't that good, and you gotta, mistakes are coming. Hopefully, one comes in your benefit.
Here come the Hawks. The kick. It's served. Back post. 8 yards out. Header's put on. Right on Gianni, though. That was Mascaro with the header.
Again, the Panthers got to do a better job winning the ball with their head. Just have to.
Down the line for Worley. Kren continues her run. Has Mertz down the line. Ball skips into her. Hits her in the back. One to beat. Goes wide. Gallietta there. Mertz has a chance to shoot. She does. Right into the goalie. That was a good shot. Just got to get it on frame. She did that, but it's from a tough angle.
Yeah, she didn't have a great angle. She went hard and low, which is what you want to do, and hope for a rebound, really. But, good stuff from Landy. She won it clean. Nice turn.
El Snyder pressing. Ball's played long. And into Gianni all the way back in her own penalty area. 40 seconds left. The Panthers going to do something this first half. It needs to happen now. Referee caught up in the fray there as the ball comes wide towards Kren. She tries to dribble out wide, but heavy touch goes over the far touchline for a Hawk throw. Going to be tough for the Panthers now to make anything happen in this first half with 20 seconds left.
Yeah, they're really going to have to mentally regroup, Rob. It's just, sometimes it feels like all the momentum's, going against you even when you're doing the right things, and you got to be mentally tough there. There's a lot of seniors on this team, and they got to show leadership now.
So we'll be back in the second half. It's 1-0 Blackhawks. Okay, we are back here for second half action. Upper St. Clair down 1-0 to the Blackhawks from Bethel Park. And Gavin, not a bad half for the Panthers, just weren't able to carve out enough opportunities for themselves. And we'll see what happens in the second half as they come forward.
I expect a pretty desperate soccer team, Rob. I think they probably feel they deserve better, but at the end of the day, the scoreboard is what it says it is, and the Panthers need to find a way to get on the board here.
I think maybe one of the big things in that first half that was lacking is just some quality. We squandered some opportunities, just with bad passes, and nice play from Perry to find Mertz into the area. Crosses! Madsen's there. Oh, but the goalie got it, deflected it, and no one there to just punish her on that bobble.
Yeah, she got a little lucky there. She did come up with it on the rebound, but that was a spill. And, boy, the Panthers could have. A really nice combination from Perry and Mertz there, though. Haley did a really nice job shielding and then turning and poking through a double.
I was just saying how we lacked quality in that first half, and then we have a passing sequence there that was all about quality. There's a lot of good stuff there, so hopefully the Panthers can show us a little more of that in this second half. Here come Bethel Park down the left flank. Bekeza out defending. Ball played towards the corner of the area. Gibbons there. Can't win as it comes back to Mascara, who pokes it out wide. That ball had eyes. Finds the attacker wide across with the left foot into the D. Bekeza there on the far side. Be a throw for the Blackhawks. Yeah, I think, Jane, here comes a ball crossed over Gianni off the crossbar as that cross turned into a very dangerous shot, and it'll be a corner kick coming up for the Hawks.
Yeah, I don't think that was what meant to happen, but, sometimes you get lucky, and that cross ended up being extremely dangerous.
Panthers down a goal. I'd actually like to see them have a couple players high. Why not put Mertz and Madsen high with their speed? Force the Hawks to put 3 or 4 girls back there to cover the counter. Here comes the run up on the corner kick near post. It's turned towards goal. No one there from the Panthers. Just a free look at it, but ball put wide.
Boy, that's a really bad missed mark from I mean, that's right in front of your keeper. That's a really sloppy mark from the Panthers. You can't have that happen on a goal kick right in front of your keeper.
Bekeza with the goal kick. And off of Bethel Park player. Going to be a throw in near side. Kren up to take this. Same lineup as started the game for the Panthers. Off of Kren now. And ball into touch at midfield for a Blackhawk throw. Gibbons there pressuring. Knocks it back into Rankin. Takes a touch and looks wide. Pass intercepted, though. Here come the Hawks. No, a heavy touch, and Snyder comes up with it. That's Mia. Finds Haley Perry wide. She turns. Has Kren running. Goes towards her. But the Hawks will come up with it right at midfield. A little bit of tic-tac-toe passing from them, and they're able to work the ball through the back. Gallietta plays it far side. Too hard and out of bounds on the far side. Rocco now with it. Turns. Carries up over midfield. Pressured, plays down the line. Looking for Mertz. She's still there. Gibbons with it now. El Snyder to Mia Snyder. Near side to Kren. A little bit of space in front of her. Plays it long, top of the area. Gibbons is there. Goes over her head. And out on that far side, down to the corner. Rocco will keep it in. She's pressured heavily, though. Goes off of a Bethel Park defender and a throw for the Panthers. Taken quickly in towards Gibbons. She lays it back. They're going to say she was fouled, but no call coming. As Rankin comes up with it and taps it back to Bekeza. Not quite enough on that one. Rocco now for Gibbons down the line on the far side. Has Mertz in the area. Cuts down to the end line, does Gibbons. Crosses, top of the area, no one there. Perry giving chase to the near side. She'll be able to keep this in. She turns, crosses with that right foot into the middle. Madsen's there. Oh, no. And it comes off the post. And the defender was on the back post, knocked the ball across goal. The Panthers could not turn it in. Here's Perry now charging to the end line and cleared out by Bethel Park.
They just got really unlucky there. The goalie misplayed it. It went over her head, and it just went off the post. Oh, boy.
Kren floats one in, back post. Gibbons over
boy,
her
great
head.
Ball from Marissa. Best sequence for the Panthers all night by far.
Certainly the most dangerous sequence.
You know, it's one of those things, Rob, sometimes, you know, you feel like the soccer gods are against you. The one sort of lucky blooping header Bethel went in. The Panthers sort of had a little bit of a luck there, and it was cleared right off the goal line. So
that's the second one this half. There was the cross from Mertz, and then this cross from Kren that just couldn't find Gibbons' head.
You know, Rob, if the quality isn't quite there for the Panthers yet, the sense of urgency sure is, and that's nice little touch from Perry.
Ball up the line, though. Here's Bethel with it. Comes off of Kren.
Yeah, that's the right call.
Going to say it was a Panther throw.
The old double touch.
Plays short to Mertz. Knocks it back to Kren. Back to Mertz. A little bit of room. Nice little turn there from Landy. She's on her left foot, coming in the top of the D. Shoots with that left foot. And through the goalie's hands.
It's a corner.
Should be a corner kick. And it is.
Rob, that reminded me of the drill you guys were doing when I was playing goalie a couple weeks ago, rolling that ball in as Landy came to her left foot. She tried to pick out a corner and almost hit it.
So a good chance here for the Panthers. Mertz out to take the corner. Gibbons wide on this near side. She's going to run into the middle. They take it short. Service to Snyder. Back to Mertz. She's trying to turn. Back to Snyder now. She Cruyffs it now, hits the ball in on the ground into the area, and it's going to be cleared. Back to Snyder, though. She had retreated. Bethel will clear. Rocco comes up with it. Has Mertz wide. Goes that way. First touch. Trying to head down to the end line. One defender to beat. Now there's two out there. Gets past one. Ball tackled off of her foot. Rocco touches it out on that far side. So good pressure from the Panthers. Certainly it looks as if it's coming, Gavin.
Yeah, a lot to like right now.
Panthers in the ascendancy here.
I mean, really right now, Rob, the key is to keep winning balls.
Amen.
Sometimes when your quality is not as good as you'd like it to be, and that happens on certain nights, you can make it up with work rate and ball winning. And the Panthers have started to do that in the first 7 minutes. That's what you're seeing.
Ball thrown down the line. Past Gibbons. Elle Snyder's there, and she's going to get called for tripping. And it'll be a free kick for Bethel Park, 10 yards into their own half of the field. Here comes the run up and the kick. It's long, down towards the corner of the area. Rankin is taken down. Attacker turns, still in the area with it, lays it back outside the D. Oh, and Kren had a chance to clear it, took a touch, and almost turned into a disaster second goal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was just a miscommunication or just a bad decision, but again, way too many opportunities for clearances that have been squandered by the Panthers tonight. That's how you end up losing matches that you should win.
Ball thrown into the area. Header cleared out by Mia Snyder. Emily Rocco far side. She gets dispossessed, and throw coming for the Panthers. 31 and a half minutes left. Panthers still trail 1-0. Elle Snyder finds her sister Mia.
Very nice turn.
Does a good job to turn. She's still hounded though. Plays a near side, comes past everyone and off of a Bethel defender, so a throw coming for Kren on the near side. Perry trying to not let this defender out easily. Good job shielding by the Bethel defender. Off of Perry and over the end line, goal kick coming.
That's not a bad result, though, because as we've talked about, the Bethel goal kicks have not been great. In terms of the Panthers still being able to pin them deep, I think they have the opportunity to do that.
They should switch Nikki and Landy right now. Nikki should be behind in a position to win, Landy in an advanced position. It's a short kick again, out of bounds, right into the Panthers bench. Throw coming, Kren on it. Short and quick to Mertz. Lays it back to Kren. Tries to dribble down the line, can't do it, just earns another throw. Some space in for Madsen as she checks out. It's back to the middle there, no one home.
Yeah, she thought Landy was going to make a
on
run.
The ball. Perry and Mertz giving chase here. Good stuff from Landy as she brought a lot of pressure. Unfortunately, the ball goes off of Kren, and it'll be a throw for the Hawks. Here's Bekeza. Snyder near side. Ball's crossed in towards the top of that D. Goes off of Elle Snyder into the near side to Kren. She looks to play it up the line, but can't keep it in bounds. Quick throw taken by the Hawks, who are clinging to a 1-0 lead and quite frankly have been pretty fortunate to not have been equalized in this game.
Yeah, no question about it. But, the hardest thing to do is score goals in this sport. And, the Panthers have got to have a little more quality in the final third.
Ball off of Madsen. And a throw for the Hawks at midfield down the line. They'll serve this one big. Gianni should be able to get a hold of this. And does. Clock ticks down to 29 minutes remaining.
Rob, I think that the lack of quality that you're referring to is manifesting itself in two ways. The Panthers aren't trapping the ball well at all. Really heavy touches, first touches. And the second thing is just sort of simple passes that they're missing sometimes. I think that'll come as the season progresses. But the first touch has got to get better.
Snyder turns in midfield. Tries to play Perry through for Perry. She does, but Haley just can't quite get there before the Bethel defender, and it's cleared off of Haley for a Bethel throw. They take it up the line towards the Panthers bench. Perry's there to win. Cuts it back. Throw coming for Kren.
Haley's doing pretty good work up the right wing right now.
Mertz now takes the throw. Lays it back to Kren, who just floats one into the middle. Need to be a little more intentional with that. Here comes Gibbons. Madsen now. Ball skips past Mertz. Kren has it. Carries into the channel on the near side. Cleared but not out, still in the area. Oh, ball just skips past Mertz and a clearance from Mascaro. Bacchesa there to keep the Hawks pinned in their end. Another throw coming for the Panthers.
And if they keep winning balls, they're going to keep them pinned down in the end. And that's, hey, you can't score a fluke goal or an ugly goal without having the ball in the final third. And that the Panthers at least have to keep winning balls and keep the territorial advantage.
Madsen tries to find Mertz, but the pass off the mark. And here come the Hawks. Mascaro now back in her own end, does a good job to turn. Perry applying pressure, and they'll just go long up over midfield to relieve the pressure. Here's Bacchesa. I'm sorry, it's Rankin on the ball. Turns nicely, but off of Kren. And it'll be a foul coming out for a free kick coming for the Panthers as Rankin was fouled before she let that pass go. Bacchesa to take this free kick. Taken long up over midfield. First ball won by Bethel. El Snyder now, though, heavy touch there. Wins it to Gibbons, though, and continues a run, does El. Goes far side. Keeps it in, Rocco.
Good
to
ball.
Gibbons. Looking through for, I'm not sure who's run there, but it's just easy pickings for the goalie.
Got to be patient there. Nikki had a little more space.
Yeah, the short passing options were there. Ava Burlingame checking into the game for the Panthers. Haley Perry off.
See if Ava can give the Panthers a little bit of a spark here.
Throw coming for the Panthers. Taken down the line. There's Gibbons. Comes to Rocco. Cuts inside. Finds Gibbons. She's defended immediately, though. Knocked down. Free kick coming in a dangerous area. So Mia Snyder over will take this one. Panthers with a chance to put a ball in a dangerous spot here.
Yeah, Mia's got to hit this one well. This is a skill of hers, no question about it. And, I'd obviously got to look for Nikki Gibbons' head.
Gibbons running into the box. There's the ball. Just wide of the near post, though.
Yeah, the Panthers got to do better there. That's one of the better opportunities they've had. And you have to at least put it up and let your guys have a chance to make a play on it.
So goal kick coming. 25 minutes remaining. That clock is becoming a bigger factor as things progress here. As Ava Burlingame wide on the far side, but passes it behind Kren.
Yeah, she had a simple ball, square middle, and that's, the ball has got to be played.
Throw in coming for the Panthers. Taken short to Mertz, trying to turn on Mascaro.
Yep.
And Mascaro get called for the foul there. Has Kren short right now. Well, now it's going to be covered. And here comes the long kick up right into the D. Bethel is there, no Panthers. Volleyed out towards midfield. Bacchesa puts a head on it. Second ball challenge. Here's Mia Snyder. Cuts outside on the dribble. She's dispossessed, though. And Bethel will just play it back to play it forward. They'll turn to midfield. Emily Rocco giving chase. Ball played down over El Snyder's head, but she'll get to it first and be able to lay it back into Gianni's feet. There's Rankin at the top of her area. Oh, cuts past one on the dangerous dribble. Mia Snyder now has Kren wide, goes that way. She'll take the space off the dribble up over midfield. Tries to find Madsen. Mertz there to deflect the pass. It comes to Snyder. Has Mertz short, goes that way. Mascaro defending in front of the Panthers bench. There's Mia Snyder now. Back for Burlingame, and it's out for a Panther throw. 23 minutes. Mertz is able to turn, but ball skips past her. Eva to Mertz. She turns. Has Madsen. Oh, and just a heavy touch from Landy off that dribble. Very unfortunate there. Kren does a good job, though, disrupting, trying to win a ball back. Mascaro now on this near side. Ball just keeps coming to Mascaro. It's like a magnet. You know, an interesting thing too, Gavin, here is we've had so much of the territorial play this half that there's not a whole lot of room in behind their back line because we're pressing in through the midfield and we just can't find space in behind them as the ball's played out on the far side by Rankin.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, decision-making sort of changes. I think our forwards have been making those runs trying to get behind people. They need to check back to the ball for the midfielders now and have a hold-up.
Carson Bogan into the game now, up top for Jane Madsen. 21:43 remaining.
I'm guessing she's in if they can, try to get her to hold the ball up and play off to some of the onrushing mids. That's what Jane's been struggling with.
Corner kick coming for Bethel Park.
Let's see if the Panthers can do a better job marking and being proactive with the headers right now. It's not been a strength so far in the games I've seen, and so the Panthers have got to be proactive here. Another goal here, and it could be curtains.
Well, there's two things or three things. It's about organization, it's about communication, and then it's just about attitude, right? You got to want to defend, you got to want to win the ball. We'll see what happens here as Bethel looks to play short. They come out towards the top of the area, right in the D. Rocco there. Ball played down towards the end line and out for a goal kick.
All right, time for the Panthers to start getting the mojo going, all right? The momentum has shifted a little bit back to the Blackhawks, and got to get one, man.
Flicked header comes past Mertz. Here's Bogan now giving chase up top, but Blackhawks will just volley back into the Panthers' end. Here's Rankin far side. Off of a Bethel player, going to be a Panther throw. Throw taken short towards Rocco. Plays up the line. Here's Bogan. Tries to settle it down, does. Tries to play through for Burlingame in towards the top of the area. Ava with nice speed. Played out. Good pressure there from the Panthers. Kren. Here's Bogan. Holding it up. Plays back to Mertz. Wide for Kren. Mertz overlaps. Kren has it. Back to Mertz. Touch towards the top of the area. Landy has a little bit of room here on her left foot. Shoots! Oh, and right at the goalie. Good stuff there. Panthers knocking on the door again. And Gavin, you talked about, Carson holding that ball up. That really made that play. When she got the ball from Kren there, was just able to keep that defender at bay and find a little bit of time to find a passing lane.
It's not a glory thing for a striker to do, but I mean, it's extremely important.
Nice ball from Kren there, the outside of the foot. Mertz trying to get on it. Can't. And here come the Hawks up over midfield. Bekeza on it. Wins a second ball, and Kren finds it again to Bekeza. Luckily out to Kren, who can keep it in. Bekeza back to Snyder. Her pass off the mark, looking for Gibbons, but Bethel comes. Oh, we're very fortunate that they played that ball that direction. And two players heading right up the middle of the field. Ball crossed, Gianni out, grabs it. Rolls it far side to El Snyder. Panthers stretching the field a little bit now. Rocco tries to play for Bogan. Pass intercepted and a throw coming for the Panthers on the far side with 18 and a half minutes remaining. Still 1-0 advantage for the Hawks. Carson Bogan turns on the dribble. Plays wide on the near side, but no one's there.
Should be deflected. Should be a Panther throw.
Burlingame had come inside. Be a Panther throw.
Yeah, she was trying to play a simple square ball. It was deflected.
Burlingame goes short to Mertz, who lets the ball run by her, but there's just a little too much on that throw. Nice job by Ava to come back and win a ball. Kren now cuts outside on the dribble. Have a chance to serve here. She does, into the middle. There's Gibbons off of her shoulder, still on the ball. Plays it wide for Kren again. Cuts down to the end line. Crosses back post, no one home for the Panthers. Ball bounces off of a defender's foot, and no one crashing the net there.
Now, there's just too much standing and not enough anticipation. There was plenty of time to get numbers forward there. Oh,
Flicked
good flick
header.
from Nikki.
Here comes Rocco. Goalie's out. Nice play by the keeper there.
Really nice from the Bethel keeper. She came off her line aggressively and just basically took the ball off Emily's foot. Really good work from the Bethel keeper because that was a nice ball played back in.
And a ball kicked out, well out on the goalie punt.
Honestly, it looks like strategically they know the keeper isn't much of a ball striker, so she punts or goal kicks it basically right to the sideline.
Perry back in for Burlingame. Nice shift from Ava there. Nice ball movement from Bethel Park. Here's Nikki. It's going to be too hard down to the end line. I doubt Haley can get there.
Not a bad idea. The only problem, obviously, is, as you know, every time the ball goes across the end line, that's a good 30 seconds of time spent. But, I kind of feel, Rob, like if the Panthers had shown this type of alacrity in trying to win balls all night, we might be in a better position.
Bogan wins a header back into the area, but it's volleyed out by Bethel Park. Bekeza there. Bethel's able to keep it in, and Rankin touches out for a Hawks throw. 16 minutes left. Heavy touch, but they're able to get back on the ball. Here's Snyder, though. Ball played wide towards the far touchline. It's going to go out of bounds. And it'll be a throw for Elle Snyder. Coming out of her own end. Gibbons is fouled. Need to collect the ball from the ball girl on that side of the field. Free kick coming for the Panthers. This needs to go short if at all possible, so we can keep the ball. There we go. Trying to find Kren on the near side. It's going to run past her, though. Here she comes. Has the dribble. Looks like Mertz maybe's out wide now. Bekeza can't win it. Here comes Bethel with it. They're wide on this near side. Crossed into the area. It drops. Here's Rankin. Clears, not out. Here's Perry now. Good turn from Mascaro there. Ball just won't leave her. Panthers can't win a tackle, nor can they clear the ball decisively. Now they do, in towards Bogan. He's trying to turn. Here's Mia. Landy one-on-one out here. And there's a foul called.
I think I would have rather kept advantage,
Yeah.
but. All right, the Panthers have got to keep getting numbers forward here. The last time they had an opportunity forward, they simply didn't. They didn't have numbers to take advantage of a simple cross. At this point, you've got to get a goal.
Ball played in the top of the area. The thing about that last sequence is they had a ton of room finally in behind the defense and just couldn't get a ball forward.
Yeah, I think the Panthers are going to have to start taking some chances in terms of having numbers staying up because they just simply, the second Marissa cross, it just makes no sense to me that you wouldn't have had a lot of numbers forward for the ball there because there was just ample time to get there. Panthers have got to anticipate that.
Goal kick coming.
Interestingly enough, now they're having a defender take it.
40 seconds. That's Mascaro back to take it, I believe. Ball played too hard. I don't think Mertz will be able to get there. Throw coming out for the Hawks. Throw taken up the line. Perry's there. She's going to get called for pushing in the back. That's about the 15th time in the last 2 games we've gotten called for that, Gavin.
Yeah, and that's exactly when you don't want to have that happen. You have territorial advantage. You have them sort of pinned. You don't want to get, first of all, you don't want to waste the time. But secondly, you don't want to give them a free kick to get the ball outside your half.
Free kick taken up to midfield. Snyder's able to knock it down. Perry just needs to play quickly here. Mertz on it. Ball for Kren coming forward. And it goes off of Kren, going to be a wide throw. Landy drops back, heads a ball into Perry. Finds Mertz now, coming in on the dribble. And her touch is knocked away by Bethel, be a throw for the Panthers. Mertz on the line, trying to hold it up, knocked out again, another throw coming. Bogan plays a past Kren out of bounds, throw coming for the Hawks. 11.5 minutes remaining. Plenty of time for the Panthers. That's off of Bekeza, be a white throw. Panthers need to find a way to dig out of this hole because really, Gavin, what they're doing is putting themselves in a really deep hole in the section race.
Oh, absolutely. Right, I mean, this isn't a team that I'm frightened isn't going to make the playoffs, but you want to win a section with this team. That's your first goal any year, and you can't drop 2 section home games right away.
They have killed a ton of clock on set pieces here in the last 10 minutes. There's Carson, has a ball,
good
plays
ball.
It wide. Here's Landy now, takes a touch past the defender. Getting down to the end line, giving chase. And that's going to be a corner kick for the Panthers. Could take it quickly here before the Bethel Park can get set up. We got Nikki right in the box there. Here comes Landy with the run up. The kick.
Oh, it's good.
Back post, shoots. Oh, and it just can't. It got a head on it, but it just didn't go on frame. Came back across the face of goal. Here's Kren now. Snyder with it. Wide, looking for Perry. Knocks a header down for Landy. Gets to the end line. Crosses that ball. Oh, just as the goalie came out and was able to grab it 5 yards out from goal in the near post.
Good tandem stuff again from Perry and Mertz down the wing. And give the Bethel goalie credit. She's come off her line a couple times now and caught it cleanly with no bobble, no hesitation.
Panthers need to keep pressing here. You still get the feeling that something's coming for them.
Yeah, I mean, eventually it just becomes a time game.
Ball off the defender. Perry's there. Oh, tried to head it back outside to Mertz. Bogan's on it now. Perry too. But Mascaro comes up with it. Nice from Kren to deflect that pass, knocks it back to Rankin. Good turn there from Gibbons. Panthers shot from distance and over everything.
Pretty well struck, a little hopeful, but at this point you're just trying to get opportunities, and so you see where the effort was there and what the thought process was for Nikki.
9 minutes left. Still a goal kick for the Panthers.
Yeah, now that they know they need clearance, they're not going to let the goalie take any more of these.
Here's Kren to Mertz, turns. Steps over, gets down to the end line, have a chance to serve here. She does, there's a ball. Oh, just past Gibbons' head. Oh my Lord, that would have been an absolute beaut there. Good service, Nikki was there, just couldn't quite get to that ball.
Landy's having her way now up the right side. She did double step over and just really has too much pace for the left outside back. And that's about 3 in a row, and 2 of them are very high quality centers, and you just simply have to, at some point, be able to convert on these opportunities.
Snyder plays the ball up and out. Be another throw in on the far side with under 8 minutes now.
Well, the problem with backing her up is it's going to be 20
time.
more seconds.
I'd rather take the throw, give her the 5 yards, and take the 5 seconds. Ball cleared out. Panther throw, far side. L. Snyder on the throw. Takes a short to Mia. She has some room at center circle. Has Mertz wide near side. Pass off the mark, though, and it gets cleared back to Rankin. Here's Kren. Cuts inside, creates some space outside. Finds Mertz with a pass. Heavy touch, though. Ball comes off of her. Nice job by Bekeza. And Gianni might be able to get at this. Play it up towards midfield. And here comes Rankin. Bethel Park turns 40 yards out. Panthers pretty spread out right now defensively. Ball played to midfield. Big bounce. Here's Gibbons. Can she head it over? She does. Wide on a far side for Rocco, but she can't apply the proper touch, and it'll be 6.5 minutes left. Throw coming for the Hawks. They're going to sub, and they will do this, I would think, often in the next few minutes. Oh, they're not giving the substitution. Mia Snyder lays it back to Bekeza. Looks up the field. Got to put it in behind their defenders. Bekeza's on the ground now. Only Rankin back, but L. Snyder makes a good run to win that pass. Play it up to midfield. Here's Mia Snyder on it now. Carries forward across the midline. Wide for Rocco. She'll be able to keep this in. Big touchdown towards the corner. One-on-one. Gets her shoulders turned. Mertz coming to the middle. Oh, and the goalie came out and easily handled that. Good cross there, though, from Emily. Panthers just couldn't make that near post run. Perry looking down to the channel for Mertz. And that's going to run out for a goal kick with 5 minutes remaining in this one. Gavin, you want St. Clair to put one in here. You don't have the same sick feeling in your stomach as you did the other day, though. They've played well here. They've carved out chances. The ball just has not found the net.
No, they have played well. And, they went through a stretch last year where they really struggled to score goals. And I think it's for similar reasons, but...
Good ball from Perry down towards the end line. Here comes Mertz. First time cross. Oh, there's the ball. Bogan shoots it right at the goalie. Oh, my goodness gracious. That was the one. As Mertz crossed it, I think Perry got a piece of it, and it settled nicely for Carson. She just could not find the open space in that net.
I think she was so shocked she found herself at that spot.
Good turn for Mertz. Off the Bethel defender. Another throw incoming. Has Perry central. Goes that way. She's run off the ball, though. Ball cleared up to midfield. Panthers need to have some urgency, but still need to keep the quality. It's a great ball from Perry to spring Landy on the end line for that cross. But I don't know, Gavin. When you see something like that, is it going to come tonight? I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of those. That's one of those you're wondering if it's not your night. I mean, really, truly.
Oh, here comes Mertz. She's going to run in behind. And a good try. There's Landy was working hard to try to get on the end of that. Bekeza. That looked like it was off-white. I would agree with that call. Ball down the line. Here's Perry. Turns. Cuts it back. Has Bogan. Now it's off of Perry, or off of Bethel Park again. Oh, just needs to throw that past Landy. Let's lead her down to the end line. Off of Black. White throw coming. 3 minutes. Panthers driving for what would be an equalizing goal at this point. Another throw coming for the Panthers. Man, there's been a lot of throws on this side. Perry looking to turn. Does. Finds Mertz. She just flicks it into the area. Has a defender in a very uncomfortable position and very unlucky off of Bogan.
I mean, it does seem like they found something up this right side that, between Perry and Mertz and Bogan and Kren, but again, just got to find a way to get it in the net.
Snyder. Here comes Mertz. Cuts past one. In towards the top of the area. Out wide now again. Mertz in the area. Ball played out. Throw incoming. 2 minutes. Still plenty of time. Need to maintain our composure here. Mertz throws the end line. Bogan. Ball flipped up by Perry. And the goalie's there to pull it in. So was Gibbons. 2 minutes remaining. Coach telling his goalie, kick in the middle of the field. She kicks it out over the Panthers bench.
Yep, absolutely. Really not a very smart play from Bethel.
This is a free kick, yes?
Yeah, and it was. I mean, it's just not a smart play.
Minute and a half. Need to take your time here, guys. Oh, I like Snyder down the line. Play to it right now. Oh, my gosh. There you go. Oh, my. And a foul called on Snyder, and they might have to blow the whistle and stop the clock here. Stop the clock. Nope. They won't with 1:15. Actually, they did stop the clock, sorry. Now it's running again now. Here comes the free kick. Panthers might have one more crack at this. Bekeza will get, or Rankin will get to this. Clears it up. Bethel right to them. Down to the corner. They got a player in the middle. Off, be a Blackhawk throw. Going to be really tough now for the Panthers to get back down here and get another chance.
Rob, sometimes soccer doesn't feel just in terms of, you put more into it than what the result indicated. But if the Panthers play with this type of desperation for a little bit longer than 20 minutes of a soccer match, I think they're going to get better results going forward.
That was really unfortunate as Kren cleared that ball. It stayed in bounds. Be a throw for the Hawks with 20 seconds. That's going to do it, Gavin. It's going to be a 1-0 victory for the Blackhawks here, but a much better played game by the Panthers. And, got to get back to it on Wednesday against Baldwin. And a card coming to Kren. We'll see you on Wednesday.